Okay, this is the release part of our headache release. We're going to need a pillowcase, your peanut ball, foam roller, and the cervical block. This is where a lot of the releasing and relaxing is going to happen. So let's start with my favorite, myofascial release. This is what I do whenever I feel a headache coming on or tightness in my jaw, tightness in my neck. I instantly grab my peanut ball and I get to work. So a lot of my headaches stem from my jaw and my neck. Everything is connected. So what I'll do is just massage the peanut ball, or I have my other tools that I actually prefer to use. They're a little bit harder and can work into that area. If you have a gua sha, you can use that on your jaw, but just get into that masseter muscle and massage that out. And right now my left side is sore. So whenever you feel a tight muscle, just massage it up and down. You can also use your hands for this. So you're going to push together and push up while you're opening your mouth. Whoa, that hurts sometimes. All right, and then get down on the floor with your peanut ball, and you're going to put under your neck where your occipital area is, and it should be a little sore. Even though I work on mine all the time, it's always sore when I put pressure and go to side. I can always find a sore spot that needs to be worked out. So this is the suboccipital release. And you're just gonna go side to side. You can nod your head up and down. A nice one I like to do is I bridge, and then I push my head down and I kind of pull my body down, do a decompression on that area. If you just work it around this area, you'll find the spots that need to be released. You'll find your tender spots and sore spots. What I also do with the peanut ball or lacrosse ball is I put it back here in between my shoulder blade. Not near the spine, but more so like you'll find your spot. This takes some getting used to because it is painful, but you're going to lay on it and you'll hear knots crunching and stuff. That's good. You want that. And then rotate your arm around. Woo, this hurts. But it feels really, really good after. When I first started doing this, like years ago, I would get up and feel dizzy. So please be careful getting up. Get up slowly. It's like sometimes when you get a massage, you know, you feel kind of loopy afterwards. Whenever you're breaking down that fascia and those knots, it can release stuff in your body and make you feel a little woozy. So take it easy. Do the other side and roll it out and go up and down. This is my favorite. I do it every day. So doing those two alone sometimes can get rid of a headache for me. But this is also a very cool release I learned at my PT. And you're going to use your pillowcase, fold it like so, diagonally. You're going to bring it around the back. So one side is going to pull up on your head, and the other side is going to pull or kind of cradle your chin. Cross them over, pull up with this top one and to the side, and pull with this one. Be very gentle. You can overdo it with this one. Okay, and release. Okay. Other side. Cradle the ear, pull. You can also just get relief from just doing this. So if you don't want to wrap the chin, you can just leave it. And this feels really good too. Oh, I got a crack. Okay. That's amazing. And then I also showed this one in the PT, but this is just a thoracic extension. I find this one more of a release because it's relaxing. It doesn't feel like work, you know, you just kind of lean back and relax. But using the foam roller, put in your mid back and lean back.
Okay, the final release is the SCM massage, and this one is really, really nice. So you'll start by finding your SCM muscle, look to the side, and then find the area that comes down to the front of your neck. Another way to do this is to grab your hard tool. This is one of the tools I have linked, and you're going to cross fiber that muscle like this. This area is typically sore for me, and my right side is my problem side. So I do a little extra work on this area, just loosening up that muscle. You're going to want to make sure you don't bring it to the front of your throat. You can bring it from the suboccipital and drag it down to that SEM muscle. Also, this tool is great for masseter, massage, and release. Everything is tied together, you guys. The jaw, the neck, the back. So releasing the tight areas and getting those trigger points is crucial for helping heal your tight muscles and in return helping your headaches.
Also, a very important part of your journey to being headache free, if your headaches are stemming from your neck and you haven't been to the chiropractor, they haven't taken an x-ray to see how your upper spine is curving. Mine, unfortunately, curves the wrong way, so I have to do a lot of correction. A lot of us that do suffer from these types of headaches have them because we have tech neck, because we've spent years looking down, and now our upper cervical spines are all jacked up. So one of the things they do at the chiropractor for me is the cervical traction device, which I've shared, and the video went viral. I think it has like 3.5 million views on it now, but it's like this crazy looking contraption and has your head all strapped in. And anyway, this is the way to do it at home. And I feel like this is a safer option because I personally know 2 people that have had strokes after their chiropractic adjustments and or using that device. So use this at your own discretion, but this is a cervical traction device. I had it linked in the intro. You can get it on Amazon. But what I do with this is put right under where you would think of having that neck hump. Okay. You put it there, kind of cradles your shoulders a little bit and lean back and relax. And this is supposed to help your tech neck, helps relieve some of the pressure that our heads are constantly feeling from looking down, whether it's, looking at our phone or reading a book, or if we do any jobs that use, like lash techs, I feel like look down a lot, nail techs. So any of that, this is especially important if you have a job like that. And you can work your way up. I'm doing 18 minutes when I get on this, but even if you start at 5 or 10 minutes, starting somewhere is the key. Okay, and you're gonna wanna roll off. Do not just like jump up and sit up from being on that, especially if you were there for a long time. So roll up, kind of chill for a second, and then you can get all the way up.